Hello. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Awæcnian Academy. And we are feeling nice and pink today. I love Please creativity, playing with all of the amazing colors. We're so excited and pumped about our amazing summit, Seeking Sovereign Souls. How are you feeling, Flea? We're excited, but we're feeling lots of different things. We've just been navigating it all, haven't we?
Oh, yes. So, in honoring my feelings, and wow, I just watched that completely speed up on my phone, which was kind of cool. Um, Honoring my feelings, I had a meltdown. I did. I completely lost the plot this morning and just got frustrated because things aren't working according to my schedule and my plans, and my devotion and dedication is just driving me up the wall because uh, internet in the Ripley region is absolutely atrocious. We pay for high quality, meant to be 100 megabytes per second speed internet, and we have a satellite and everything on the roof, and yet it does not want to stream consistently. I'm having dramas uploading things and just sitting with that frustration of guilt, I guess, that may come with what if I don't get it done? What if it's not uploaded? What if I've done the wrong thing? And, I stuff it up for all of these beautiful people. And that really just landed and hit home today in such a deep way that sent me into overwhelm and overdrive. And I know that it's not the way. I know it's not the issue or the problem. And it is just these moments of change that make us stop and pause and reflect on what it is that we are thinking and feeling, and then bringing it back into alignment. So, as much as I love the outlet and just letting it all go and go, I hate it, at the same time, I also know that it's like, okay, I'm just going to bring it back and I'm just going to go into that moment of gratitude and just stop.
Yeah. Yeah. And just take each thing step by step. The card that you pulled, that just take your time, take it slow. We were talking about this speed that's coming, that's like, okay, got to get this done, this done, this done, this done. And then it's also the messages of like, just, whoa, slow down and breathe. And I had one of those moments last night where I was like, oh my gosh, like I was crying in gratitude, but also like at the same time in like the opposite of like, what am I doing? And the pieces of like the imposter syndrome coming through, those people pleaser traits, and again the not good
Mm,
enough. That's like the best of us just feel it as well, even when you work on it and you tame it and you
mm,
be able to integrate it. The word integration came, and like love that part of yourself. When it comes up, it's still bloody hard to shift through it. It does get easier, but
mm,
it's in those moments where you have, I was saying to Flea earlier, I'm like, I feel like I'm having these quantum conversations, like either with myself in my own mind and my higher self, or the beautiful people in my life, in my community, with you, with my family. It's like, okay, every time we speak into this, every time we speak into the discomfort, the big emotions, there is healing in it. And it's that moment of pause to let that land and integrate in, which that's where the magic is. And this is like the power of our voice, the power of our creativity. Like when we start building more and more into
mm,
our awareness and the energy of who we are, and this process of becoming and knowing who we are, and this continual process of feeling who that man or that woman is, the essence, and like you bring it into your heart now,
mm,
like, yeah, that piece of faith and trust. You can't explain that to anyone or try and force it on other people. And it's only for ourselves to really feel it. And it's some days it's
mm.
like you got to crumble. Sometimes you just have to be on your knees. I feel like last week I cried a lot.
Mm. I like how you said the word trust, because this is probably something that a lot of people on their journey may consider it to be like a kind of almost a taboo type word. It's like, well, what does trust mean? Am I trusting in God, who has actually given me, the responsibility of living this life with my own free will and choice? Like that trust, that level of, who am I giving it away to? Like, who am I actually trusting? And I guess for me, that trust has been solidified a lot more concisely, in that it's actually trusting yourself. It's
Mm,
trusting that the choices you make are going to lead you exactly where you need to be, and that those choices are what's right for you, whether or not they end up being that way in the long term. Like, we've all made bad choices, but those choices generally lead us to this higher understanding and this knowledge of and wisdom that is then our teaching tool to not make those same mistakes again. It's like, okay, you know, we jump across the train tracks. I actually did this when I was younger. I was 14, and we didn't have the cages and the fences up, and I decided, okay, train's coming. I've got to get across to the other side quickly, and I jumped. And as I jumped across, I tripped on the track. Now, remembering there's a train coming, that's why I was rushing, and I was like so close to actually hitting my head on the wall and knocking myself out. And it was in that moment, it's like, like I could have lost my life then. Some divine intervention meant that I was that far away from the wall, and all I got was, you know, I damaged my kneecap, but I got slight damage rather than the extreme, which would have been getting hit by a train.
yeah.
And I guess it was in trusting that, that I was safe. I was
Mm,
protected in that moment, and that little minute second or whatever it is that, stops us and goes, oh, hang on a sec, just pause or wait, or whatever those little things are that niggle inside of us, our intuition, so to say. And for some people, you might say it's instinct, but it's our gut response to say, hang on a sec, this actually was out of your control. So that little bit of awareness, I really feel, is that trust. It's just knowing that, okay, in all of the bad decisions in my life, I know that I've made the right choices, even if they weren't the right choices at the beginning.
yeah.
Because without that understanding, I wouldn't be the person I am today. Without half of those experiences, I wouldn't have the knowledge or the wisdom to sit here and share with so many different people and understand and communicate with others to such a great depth of experience that nobody else could.
Mm,
So I guess that trust word is something that's really divinely guided, and also it is us. It's what's in us.
mm.
Mm,
I've
mm,
not heard that
trust.
story, and I've got goosebumps because I feel like every time you share it, there's always such beautiful wisdom and magic and just real, raw human experience that has such depth to it. And like, this is the beauty about your life and how enriching and how extreme and how, it can blow people's minds like, wow, and I know you see it as a gift. And like, every time you share, it's so beautiful to like witness and feel and just learn in that moment the meaning and the piece for me to take away from that. And I hope every time that we go live, when we share stories, when we share parts of our hearts, that anyone that is listening in or comes by this, whether it's now or in the future, that there is something that will resonate with you to go, wow, I didn't see it that way. Because here at Awæcnian Academy, we're all about like, how can we shift that lens to look at it in this way and come at things with, you know, non-judgment and deep acceptance and awareness that people's lives are different and full and amazing and hard and everything in between. And this is why we love, and like we, I think one of our initial conversations was about like the gray area, right? And we love like the gray area in between. It's
Mm.
not just black or white. The black and the white is pretty cool and the polarities, but like when you mix it and you get this gray, I suppose that's probably why we loved our logo when we like melded and merged the faces together and played with like we love playing in the gray area because there's a lot of expression and
Mm-hmm.
little gold nuggets in there, right? And we get to seek and play and be curious in the gray area, and that's what our summit's
Mm.
about. So, what are you excited about, Lee, on for our beautiful summit that's coming up? We've got 49 people, including us, from 13 countries. Like, that's more than double than what we did last year. So, I'm like giving us a tap on the back, like, go us. And just like what you've created with the platform is like way like more cooler than what we did last year. And it's like I couldn't do that. Like I don't know how you like do half the things. And I'm like, I'm pretty tech savvy. I can do stuff. But I'm like, holy crap, how did you get that to happen? And how are you like what are you excited about and how are you feeling about it all?
Actually, I don't know how I do it either. To be honest, a lot of the time it's just like, okay, let's just do this. This is what it needs to look like. I guess in my head, the process is what I want to achieve at the end of it. And for me, like the achievement is, having something that is beautifully streamed, like, I'm going to demonstrate right now that we can flip between screens. And here we are. We have this view as well, which is just me. And we can go back and we can share things with our collaborators. And I'm doing that as my internet is really, really slow. So
Super
apologies.
cool.
It's not going to happen on the day, guys. We're running from somewhere else. But it's the idea that, everything can be beautiful. I love, like, art is my passion. I like beauty. I like anything that is pretty, anything that is expressive and unusual. So, you know, my image changes quite regularly. The styles and what I wear and how I style myself is always changing. The art that I create is always different. Like it doesn't follow a direct standard or technique, something that actually universities don't like. They want you to have a style and to stick with it. And it's not, it's about what could be possible. And I guess it's in that play of what's possible that these things come about and this creation, and why I love this platform so much is it allows you to use those tools, and it's got these cool little borders and banners and things that just make it that slight bit nicer than Zoom, just a little bit. It also means that you have some really lovely content that you can then share at the end of it that is pretty and already done and edited for you, because that takes time. Nobody really wants to go in and cut and clip their stuff to nth degrees. That's time consuming and it's frustrating because half the time we don't get what we want.
Mm,
So I love that. So thank you so much for pointing that out. But for the
yeah.
summit, the most exciting thing is I just love celebrating people and the beautiful wisdom and the stories that everybody gets to experience. Like, I know my story is phenomenal and it's big, and I could be talking for days and days. But it's that little bit of connection that you get when you feel the empathy and you feel the connection to what somebody else is saying. It's like, yes, I understand you. Yes, I fully resonate. And it's in that resonance I feel that I'm most excited. I just love people, and I love celebrating people's success and especially their achievements, which is pretty much what every single one of our speakers is presenting. They've been through their hardship, and on the flip side of that is what they have learnt and how they can get out of it. And as somebody that has spent 45 years trying to heal many different wounds, wouldn't it be great if we didn't have to waste all that time? If we could just go, okay, here's our children, they're struggling, and they don't know how to maintain their anxiety. Guess what? There's some breath work for that. Guess what? There's some
Yeah.
techniques for that. And that's what this is about. It's about seeking the thing that is going to fulfill you and make you whole.
Mm,
And if that is my life, is just watching other people and celebrating other people, then I am happy to do that and to create platforms where people can share their stories. Because when
I
we
love
come
that.
together, that's when life is beautiful.
Ah, yes,
Mm.
I love that. Where, we've got to be our own heroes, heroines, gods, goddesses, and create the things that we want, you know? A beautiful past principal of mine, he had this saying, when opportunity knocks, open the door, which is an amazing saying that stuck with me. Or you create the door. If there's no opportunity there, you create it and you walk through it and you see what else gets to come from there. So we've created our own doors, we've created our own ways of connecting. And yeah, I think I've lost Flea. With the beautiful, here she is. She's back again. The technology, love it. And look, she's
I
created
was
her own
giving you a
doorway to
stuff
come
back
back
there.
in and join us. I lost her in the side because I made my screen smaller. So I was like, did I lose her? But yeah, we can do that for
Mm.
people. And I know we can add borders. Flea can change the colors, put logos in. We're also sharing some cool ads for the people, of promo material before they jump on. And it's a process, it's a production. So just really honoring you, Flea, for getting all of the people's slides together. I've been chasing them. Our lovely speakers, we love you. Thank you for doing all the things and getting in there. We're still waiting for a few more things, but yeah, it's a process to put it all in. I think about the musicals that I've produced and directed before, and running tech with a live feature, getting the music all in order, making sure that if we had any filmed things, that they were all in one big file. And that's what you're creating, like one massive big file for the sessions, for the days. Um, and that's a lot of time. I mean, with good old Zoom, you can share your screen and do things, or in other places, you can do that. But, our friends at Facebook have decided to, as of today, not allow third party platforms to stream in. So, we did have a plan of going through,
Mhm.
Zoom, Vimeo, doing it that way, but we've had to improvise and adapt. So, people can come and buy their tickets still. So $5 tickets, it's amazing. And we're going to share this live in our beautiful YouTube channel, which we started up this year officially. So we're going to be sharing those details very soon. But if you're joining us live, you'll be shared some beautiful information and directions to visit our YouTube channel. And this will be streaming in a private space for you all. And we'll also be sharing it to our Facebook group as well. So those that upgrade to VIP, you'll be able to access all of the beautiful content through our Vimeo channel, any of the other spaces that we share with you. And I'm so excited to see the VIP package come together from the speakers that have contributed. There's so much beautiful value. There's meditations, there's ebooks, there's free courses, there's gift certificates,
Mm.
and my gosh, what beautiful hearts and what beautiful gifts. And it's if you want to upgrade and up
Mm.
level your life, come upgrade. It's 50% off VIP. So the VIP tickets are 99. If you type in the code online, aligned VIP with a capital A, capital VIP, you're going to get 50% off. And that's let me do my maths. That's under $50, you know? And you get 6 months access, you get access to amazing offers. We just did a pre-launch of our beautiful Oracle deck, but you will get the Oracle deck at a very discounted price. What else can people look forward to, Flea?
For the VIPs, I actually like the fact that they get to be in here with us in the Vimeo platform, where you actually can ask the questions and be part of the process. So being able to have that chat alongside, where we can actually, direct that straight to the speakers, they can see, and everything that you're putting in those chats, it just allows that more integrated platform. And I feel that that's where you get the benefit, especially with a lot of this information. For some people, it's going to be quite new. And there is many different terminologies that are being thrown out there in the spiritual communities, in the religious communities. And it's being able to get that clarity, I feel. Like I've been in spaces where it's like, what do you mean by that? Do you mean, is it a religious based source, or is it, something else? And being able to ask those questions in real time not only is a benefit for you as the audience, but also for anybody else that's watching the replays, because a question not asked is something that we all miss out on.
Yeah.
And really, like, if it's that little bit of clarity, I can guarantee there is going to be somebody else out there that is thinking and feeling the same way, going, I don't understand what you mean by that. What is this,
Yeah.
emotional intelligence, and what is an axis? Like, I don't even know that word, or whatever it is. And just being able to go, yes, I resonate with that, or I've had the same experience. Like, that connection you can't get anywhere else. Like, on a replay, it's great. You probably tune out halfway through and go, oh, yeah, I might have to go back and watch that. During the lives, especially if you're just in the streaming mode, you don't get that interactive part. So it's like, oh, yeah, you can comment, but to get that feedback, to get that clarification right then and there, that's what I love about the VIP the most,
Ugh,
especially the gifts.
yeah.
Like, hundreds and hundreds of gifts. Like, these
Yeah.
speakers are phenomenal with how much they are gifting this community that wants to be part of this
Yeah.
seeking sovereignty.
Yeah. It's so
So lovely.
amazing. And it's like blending the worlds of not only understanding your energy, spirituality, but business. Like there's really practical tools, the science behind what your body is doing. It's how we merge the worlds of the logic and also the expression. This is the feminine and masculine, the yin and the yang, your left and your right brain thinking, and how your body then understands and absorbs information through the senses. We are sensory beings. So coming into this space, being able to hear all the amazing stories, insights, practical tips, being able to see their presentations or hear and feel their story. Like
Mm.
I love this. I love this world of being able to talk, express, communicate, learn. And I want to see more of it in the world. And so does Flea. And this is why we created our own global summit, because I would be seeking and I would be searching and yearning for more information. And I found myself listening to amazing podcasts. I found myself talking more in circles, meeting amazing people in business who were just like killing it and just like, what are you doing? What are you doing to go from here to here? How are you quantum leaping, or how are you jumping from here and being stuck to like now earning six-figure businesses? What is it you're doing? And every single one of them comes back to your energy, comes back to understanding intention, purpose, alignment. And when you can become aware of that in spaces like this, they're going to quantum leap you, like Flea was saying, instead of taking freaking 5-10 years, which is still a journey, and you can choose that. What if you did it, in like a 4-day summit and allowed yourself the time to integrate over the 6 months, absorb it in and take it in, connect with the speakers, just grab all of that juicy information, those gifts, those teachings, and then apply it to your life. Imagine what's going to happen. Like this time last year, like look at what we've done in a year, Flea. Like to even like do a summit in the first place. I know so many
Mm.
friends of ours were like, some people like plan this for years and years and never do it. The fact that you were courageous enough to do it with the messiness and still have really beautiful relationships, beautiful quality of work, having that integrity in what we do, even in our first year, like we always are growing and learning and making things more enhanced as we develop. And
Mm.
part of that messiness and part of that courage is like those big leaps of faith to just take aligned action and to feel all the stuff that comes along with it. So I invite you to just jump
Which is,
in.
yeah. It's so beautiful that you said the yin and the yang, because the card that popped out right as you said that was the Ascension card. And it's like, yes, that's what this is. And then beside it was the healing energy. And it's like, that's what it is. This ascension, that balance of the yin yang, that healing energy that you get when you're seeking who you are, that's the path. And that's why we're here. And the beautiful alignment that comes when we're in our truth and we're trusting the process, which is trusting ourselves that this is what we truly want. But it's more that we actually have a deeper understanding of what it is we're trusting. And that's the healing energy, because I know that I've always trusted my intuition, my gut. It said, don't do something, don't walk now, or pause, stop. I've always followed that, but I didn't know why. And this healing energy and this ascension of what you get from these type of speakers and these type of events is that clarity that actually helps you ascend into your higher purpose, into the person you know you were meant to be. And I said it when I was young. It's like, I'm going to be famous. I'm going to be known around the world, traveling here, there, and everywhere. And then life sort of happened. And I went, okay, maybe not. Maybe I'm just going to hide in the background and just be a mum and just be whatever. But it's not. It's knowing that child, that dream that I had way back then, is within every single child, and it's within all of us. And it's sometimes just going back and remembering what that little child wanted, because they know, we all know deep down, our younger child knows what it is we are seeking to be. And for some of us, it may seem like an irrational dream, like, I want to be a musician and famous. Why is that an impossible dream? How many people are musicians that have come from nothing? How many people have succeeded where others, give up? It's not impossible. It's the absolute opposite. Everything is possible. If one person can do it, then so can you. And sometimes it just takes a team or your soul tribe, like us at Awæcnian, to actually just, give you that little boost and just go, yeah, I see you, I believe in you, and I know you can do it. And these are some of the ways you can do it.
Yeah.
And we have 49 people that are in this team that are going to show that.
Yeah. Oh, it's amazing. And I was just appreciating you and this us moment, because we haven't had an us moment, because we've had all of these amazing people into that we're just sharing stories and whatnot. And it's just been nice to just spontaneously jump on and go, yeah, let me just go live and do an us, because when you lean into the fullness of yourself, because we love this. We love talking like this. We talk like this without being on camera. And, that inner child that is full of life and is full of just being that unstoppable, like, I gotta rule the world, that feeling of keeping him or her alive. It reminds me of one of our speakers, beautiful Ebony Allard, who was on the first day. Her half an hour segment is going to be so powerful, and it's linking to what Flea was just saying about this fullness. So her thing is called How Using the Kismet Codes to Become Full of Yourself Benefits Everyone. How can we just be full of ourselves, not arrogance, but to actually own the bigness? And we were talking about this earlier. How do we allow ourselves to take up space, to be seen, to just, allow that energy to be received? And it's a lot of pieces to be unlayered. But yeah, as you were talking, that talk with Ebony popped in my mind. I'm like, more of us need to be full of ourselves in a beautiful way of embracing the fullness of our energy. This arrogance isn't part of it. It's there's something more, that light within us. And my beautiful husband said to me, he's like, just own that you like it. You like being on stage. You like this. And I haven't been confronted with that.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? Yes, I do. And it's still authentic. And I had to sit with okay, I'm going to own that. And there's this humble piece in me, but there's this bigger piece of me that's like, okay, I need to own that. And that's there's an inner battle with me still as I'm speaking about it, like that can come across as arrogance to some people, and others will be inspired. And it's that inspiration
Mm.
that I keep leaning into the light and having conversations like with Flea, with my family members to ground me is what keeps me humble and keeps me in my humanness as well. Forever
Mm.
integrating and dancing in this ascension process. So yeah, I'm excited. My battery is going to die soon, and my charger is in the in. This is not going to happen on the day. We're all going to be fully charged up in our fullness. It's going to be good.
Go grab it, Marie, and I will take over for a little bit,
Yeah.
if you like.
You
You want to
take the
grab your
screen.
charger? Okay. So I'd just like to touch on what Marie was just saying there of, just own that you like it and that you want to be seen. Like, what is wrong with that? What is wrong with wanting to be seen, especially when you have worked really, really hard to get to a place where you're confident, where you actually have valuable material to share? Because, like, this is really the beauty of it. It's like, yes, you are inspiring people, and yes, you are taking up space, but that's okay because it is actually coming from an authentic place. It's not selling, it's not trying to put anyone's, virtues or ideals on anyone. It's not pushing an agenda. It's just sharing the wisdom in such a wholesome way that is just so divine. And it is that inner journey of discovering, yes, I've been through some hardships. Marie has gone through multiple miscarriages and she shares her journey very openly and freely. And this information is something that is so valuable to people that have gone through this and haven't had the support or the network there to actually go, these are the things that happen, these are the feelings, these are the issues that pop up. And with that understanding and with that hardship has been internal growth of researching what it means to be connected to your womb, what that wisdom and the hardship is that comes from these obstacles that are placed in our way, these challenges. And it's okay to take up space when you're sharing in such a beautiful way. Like, that's not egoic. If I was to just sit here and go, oh yeah, look at me, I am everything and you need to listen to me and I am the only opinion that matters. Yeah, we see a lot of that. And that there is not authentic and not what we're about. So I definitely feel that taking up space and, owning the fact that you do have a right to be seen. We all do, each and every one of us. And some people don't want to be on a camera. That's perfectly fine. Some people don't want to be heard in that way, but maybe it's their art. And, beautiful Marie's husband makes that art in the background. And, that fear of not being noticed actually ruins the passion of our artwork and that desire to create more. It's like, oh well, I remember when I just had my kids and I sew and I make clothing and I decided to do a baby line and I was selling it at a market and somebody came up and went, oh, you're charging a lot for that. It was a 3-piece set for $30. And the audacity behind, oh, how dare you charge that much for that one of a kind original little baby outfit that was 3 pieces. And it took time to make. It took time away from my family. It took courage to actually then take it somewhere for somebody to then judge the value of my work. And because of that comment, I actually stopped making clothes. And I was like, oh, that's actually kind of a shame because they were beautiful. And everybody always complimented my daughter on the 101 outfits she had because I just made them for her. And then, that develops and I made costumes later on and the same type of thing happened. How can you charge that much? That's like, you need to understand the process before you can make the criticism. And I feel that a lot of these judgments of how dare you take up space, just admit you want to be seen, these type of things can really impact a person's credibility, their soul, their desire. And it's not okay, but it is okay to share. It is okay to come back and just go, you know what? I do admit that, and it is perfectly okay to be seen because I know where I've come from and what this story and what this knowledge and wisdom can actually do for somebody else because I needed it myself. I needed it to be shared when I went through my hard times, and that's all that matters. So, these are the beautiful things that we learn. It's the power of our ascension journey. It is the power of going in. It is our psychic development of understanding that every single one of us is this beautiful puzzle, is this beautiful connective piece in our life, in our journey, that is here to share that wisdom and to help us to grow into the person that we truly want to be. And when we are that person, that judgment and that fear and that shame, that's gone. So I can bring our lovely Marie back now. Is she ready? Let's see. Yes.
Yeah,
Here we
such a
go.
beautiful share. And yeah, I love that we get to talk more about all of this at the summit as well. I mean, we talk about it in our podcast, but to have all of these amazing people just to share insights like that is like so powerful. So, folks, come and join us. It's $5 tickets, upgrade to VIP. And if anyone that is local that is listening in, we've got Saturday, the 27th of April at our local area, Quest Apartments, and it's in Greater Springfield and Ipswich. And we have amazing people coming to present on the day. We also have our beautiful day event sponsors helping us out and contributing to some beautiful services and lucky door prizes. We've got the Buzz Media Company, who is just being phenomenal, sharing their love in the spaces that they're doing radio station calls on, sharing the insights. And they're also recording and streaming live our beautiful event on the Saturday to our online audience. So if you can't be in there in person and you're online, you can still be a part of that day. And, the Buzz Media Co. have been such a great team to be working with and thinking about all the sound and the quality of streaming and just really supporting us in that. So thank you, Shane, and thank you to your beautiful team members who have just helped us plan this. And we're so excited to see, the whole end product and be in the moment with everybody. And we also got beautiful Project Zen, so my husband's beautiful work, and he's donating to the Lucky Door Prize. There's a really beautiful, I've just taken photos of it to promote and share with everybody. There's a gorgeous, cute little mini version of one of these behind for one lucky winner on the day. And also one of his beautiful lamps. So he creates oceanscape resin lamps. So he designs where the sand is going, the shells, casted in resin, but he's also made the bases with beautiful LED, lights and lamps. So it's such a unique product. And it's so beautiful to just, they're in our home everywhere, but just to see them on the wall, to just see it light up a little corner. And any of these, it is art, it is nature, but just to, allow yourself that time to look at something like this or like a lamp or an artwork, it just takes your imagination to a place of really beautiful calm, and just to have that mental break, just to go, okay, thank you. Let's bring the Zen vibes in and let's do the next thing. And this is the power of art. Flea's also an artist and understands the beauty and the process behind it as well. And who else is there? Oh, Azura Crystals, who are a wholesale company, again in Ipswich, and they have such beautiful crystals. I'm actually going to go there this afternoon and collect some of the beautiful samples that they are gifting to our physical goodie bag. And Awæcnian Academy has a beautiful gift as well to pop in the goodie bags, but I'm praying that they're going to be printed in time. The whole day is also catered by KM Foods, a beautiful local company owned by Sue and Graham, and they have such delicious food, and it's all vegan friendly, ethically sourced. They've spent a lot of time just put together the beautiful food that's going to nourish us for the days. They're making like beautiful iced teas. There's like passion fruit. There's like lemon. There's like beautiful dessert. Like they're just looking after us. And yeah, I'm so excited. I need to put I was like, Flea, get your order in. And then I haven't done mine yet. But yeah,
That's
it looks,
okay. You did my bio for me. Maybe I'll do your full order.
yeah, and
We're good.
it's fun. It's fine. It's fine. We'll do all the things. But yeah, come along, because to be in the room with these amazing people, like Flea and I are
Mm,
excited to do our first keynotes as Awæcnian Academy together, like in person. And I think that's really special.
mm,
Because we've spoken online, but to actually have an audience in front of us and for us to share, why we love what we're doing and what we're creating, I think is really special. So I'm excited to hear what Flea is going to be sharing, um, and what I'm going to be talking about. I'm still crafting what that looks like. We have another beautiful school, Humba Yumba, coming in to do, the acknowledgement of country, and these kids that are doing that, they're traditional custodians of the land. Their grandmother is bringing them in. It's going to be just amazing. And the speakers, who are some of our speakers on the day that you're looking forward to, Flea? And presenters, facilitators.
oh, I love everybody. I'm definitely really looking forward to being in the physical environment with Maitri. So beautiful. I've heard her lovely sound healing that she sent us, and it was like, oh, I can't wait. I get to actually experience that in person. Get to hear I can't Matastilla with the Matapan drums. I love music, so sound healing and that energy healing
Mm,
for me is 101. I've got my sound bowl over
yeah,
there as well.
yeah,
Oh, the divine union couple, 100%. Like, this is what most people are seeking and after in this life. Like, how do we actually come together in union when we are growing and we are expanding in our wisdom and our knowledge and our power? That union,
yeah,
being able to hold space for another person, really, really impactful. Oh,
yeah.
yeah, there's so many. There's so many beautiful
So many. And
breathworks
we've got,
and
yeah, yeah.
meditations and
And some keynotes as well. Like we've got some other half an hour, really just powerhouse keynotes. We've got beautiful Kyle Current. He's been preparing his session that is just going to be so heartwarming and amazing. Tegan Mel, she just did a TED Talks, everybody. So a TEDx talk. So that's pretty exciting. And yeah, beautiful Yana Kleiner is doing a practical, like, let's get back into our bodies. Let's understand the 5 bodies. If you're like, what? 5 bodies? You're going to come and find out or tune in, because it makes so much sense. Like, we hear about the physical body, the emotional body, the spirit. Like, come and learn. If you're like, what? How is that impacting me? And she's got some practical movement for us. I think there's a lot there. And yeah, the Divine Union one with Burr and Ben and Yana and Nick. It's going to be so amazing. So come in, you go on the draw to win some lucky draw prizes. You get beautiful goodie bags, and you also, if you're here in person, you're automatically an exclusive VIP. So you get the online goodie bags too, which is amazing. So yeah, tune in. We're super
and you get
excited,
to meet
and
up.
you'll hear more.
Hello.
Yeah, of course. Give us a hug in person. We would love, love, love to like give you a hug, and yeah, we just love making new friends. So come along. And like, once you meet us, you can't get rid of us, because we're connected in tribe. So
Yeah.
any final comments or shares, Flea?
I'd just say give it a go. Even if you start out with a $5 ticket, send us a message. We've got some freebies as well. So, if you're finding it difficult and you can't afford $5, then, we'd happily gift you a seat to come and join us. Just pop into the chat, Sovereign Seeker, and we can get back to you with that. Maybe you might want to speak at the next summit. So keep that in mind, because we do have many more this year and different topics. Just give it a go. You're not going to be missing out, even if it's just the $5 ticket. That's it.
Amazing. Well, we'll see you guys soon. I mean, we've got more spotlight interviews coming up. We also have a podcast tomorrow with beautiful Sarah Lloyd in the UK. So we'll see you all soon.
Bye, guys.